We've got basketball action at the AT&T Center. We're in San Antonio, Texas, the home of the Spurs, live on 2K Sports. Welcome, everyone. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, as we get set to bring you some terrific NBA action. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. Taking a look at the Bulls. D. Rose and Jimmy Butler at the back. Inside at the 4 and 5 are Gasol and Noah. And it's Dunleavy in the small forward. They get a hand on it. And oh, here we go. Dunleavy's got it. The fast break chance. Back to Butler. On the wing, Green. Duncan with a screen on Rose. Out to Parker. Outside Leonard. 6 to shoot. Kept alive. Another shot. And he sinks the layup.
First one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
Gasol setting the pick for Rose. Parker with the steal. Past the splitter. There's the triple. And it's Parker again missing. San Antonio on defense. Well, their pass to Gasol. Well, something of a bounce-back season for Pau Gasol in 2013-14. Steve, with better playing in the middle more often.
Yeah, you know, he dealt with a few nagging injuries, Kevin, but scored better, rebounded better. Nice to see him, show that he's really still an elite big after struggling a couple seasons ago.
Duncan with the screen on Rose. Kicks it out to Leonard. Butler against Parker. Lock at 6. Duncan dishes to Green. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. Leonard, no luck. Now here's Rose. And the foul called on Daniel Green. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his second foul already, and that's going to force him to, I think, tone it down a little bit at the defensive end.
Manu Ginobili's checked in for Daniel Green. Butler goes in. Noah kicks to Gasol. Second shot opportunity. That's good. Gasol's got 6 points.
Can't pass up that kind of look.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
They set the pick. Ginobili with the ball. Butler covering. Another miss by Leonard.
And they're now 1 for 5 to start this game, so having trouble finding any offensive rhythm.
Noah's shot is off. Spurs trail by 4. And here is Parker. The dish to Splitter. Out to Parker. Cans the shot from the wing.
Spurs head coach Greg Popovich, last season's Coach of the Year, one of only 3 coaches to win that award 3 times. He's also a 5-time NBA champion as a head coach, and really has been the model for consistency and excellence as a head coach, as a leader of his team in San Antonio. They've won 50 games, 15 consecutive years now, and clearly players are a big part of that, but his leadership and his ability to relate to his team and to get them to be a team is something that will send him right to the Hall of Fame when he's eligible.
The kick out to Rose. And the Bulls with another miss. San Antonio's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Duncan with the screen for Parker. He dishes it to Leonard. And it's good on the assist by Parker. Leonard's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And Popovich, the longest tenured NBA coach by far. 18 seasons, and Steve All with this San Antonio organization.
Well, he's actually the longest tenured coach in any of the four major American sports. And what an incredible run he's had with the Spurs, leading them to a winning record in 17 consecutive seasons. Longest such streak in NBA history.
Derrick Rose has always had an effective floater. It's a must-have shot for any point guard. He said he developed it on the playgrounds of Southside Chicago. He didn't call fouls, so you just had to find a way to get your shot off before the contact.
Boris Diaz checked in for San Antonio. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Muhammad, he's checked in for Noah. Gibson comes in for Pau Gasol. McDermott's checked in for Mike Dunleavy. And it's Heinrich in for Jimmy Butler. Diaw, the screen. Ginobili the pass to Duncan. Here's Rose. And Leonard with the block.
If I'm him, I'm looking to move the ball the rest of the quarter because he cannot buy a shot.
Kicks it out to Ginobili. From outside, off the mark. And Rose working to develop his floater with, Steve, his left hand as well.
Well, you don't see many players who can make a floater with either hand. I mean, something like that with his quickness, that would be impossible to defend.
Here's Parker. After Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. In the corner, it's Ginobili. Here's Duncan. Chicago grabs the miss. Chicago shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Now, the numbers last year for them at the line, not great. Just 73% free throw shooting as a team.
And, you know, there was plenty of blame to go around for that. I mean, it wasn't just one or two guys. I mean, for the most part, the entire team struggled.
Spurs trail by 5. And now we've got the intentional foul.
I'm not sure what he was thinking about there. That's a strange foul.
Who knows? Maybe he just wanted to take a break for a minute.
Here's Bellinelli. That falls. Nice feed that time for Manu Ginobili. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Bulls out front. They lead by 3. Live from the AT&T Center in San Antonio, you're watching 2K Sports. And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. And looking at what we've seen from the Bulls, what do you guys think?
And I thought the key to that first quarter, guys, was the turnovers they faced with that aggressive defense.
Well, the defense, as you said, Steve, has been really aggressive, and it's paid off for them a few times already.
Aaron Baines out there with Boris Diaw. Then there's Bellinelli. Then it's Green. And it's Mills in at the point. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
See how he used the rim to protect the ball perfectly from the defender on that reverse. Boris Diaw, pretty unique player in the NBA. Came into the league as a passing point forward, but became a small forward and then really a 4. But he's a crafty passer and he can score a little bit from the outside. Very difficult player to guard.
Mirotic sets the screen for Brooks. And he gets it to go.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
Pass to Diaw. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam. There it is, guys. That Olay defense. Just watching him go, Clark, right by.
I think we might be seeing which team is ready to take control of this game.
Yeah, that's a dunk that could absolutely get them going. I agree, Clark.
Here's Brooks. Again, Chicago. And you look at Diao playing the 4. Some have criticized his conditioning, but he has the size to hold his ground. That's for sure on the low block.
Yeah, you can't move him out of there. He's a good post defender because he's strong and smart. Not as good moving in space, though. Lacks a little lateral quickness. He's a below-average rebounder, so it's good to pair him with somebody that does glass eating. Stupendous. I love that word. Save that one. The word and the jam. I want to see it again.
Just beautiful.
You can't top that. I love the alley-oop play. So much fun to watch.
Here's Gibson. That's good. And the Bulls lead by 6. And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Bulls.
They've come out in attack mode defensively, applying pressure and stealing the ball repeatedly.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers. Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that one.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does them.
Well, he should stay with those basics in a tight ball game because we've got one here tonight.
Now, here is Mirotic. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. The drive by Brooks. Can't get it to go. And it's the Spurs taking it the other way.
You know, the Bulls' offense was not that great last year. As a matter of fact, they struggled to score. But when they did get to 100 points, they were one of the best teams in the league.
Kicks it to Snell. Passes it to Gibson. Heinrich dishes to Gibson. Back to Heinrich. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. And the foul called on Daniel Green.
Already he's looking at his 3rd foul. I think the coach will probably